People often want to know, is the narcissist really happy with the new person? Now, this could be a new romantic partner, but this could also be like a new friend or a new someone else. This could apply in many different kinds of relationships. This is one of the most common questions people have after the discard, after they just drop you and suddenly they're moving on at the speed of light with someone else. Being replaced or rejected can feel devastating. Your mind can start imagining things that aren't even true. Now, this usually happens after the discard. So if you want to see a video on that, I'm going to put the link in the upper corner here so you can check that out. Now, if you go no contact with this person, you won't actually know what's going on and who they're with. But if you're fooling yourself into thinking that you're no contact, but you're actually not, I'm going to put a video in the upper link here that you can check out some ways that you could be fooling yourself into thinking you're no contact, but you're not. And that can lead you to feel even more devastated. So in this video, I'm going to address some of the most common questions underneath this umbrella question of, are they actually happy now with the new person? So the very first part is, are they happy now? Are they doing better than when they are with you? Because it sure looks like that on social media. The reality is narcissists and psychopaths and sociopaths, they can't really be happy. Not like you and I can experience that. They aren't able to get in touch with that emotion. I think they're confusing dopamine hits with happiness. But it's actually empty, it's shallow, it's superficial, it's not real happiness. It's maybe more like momentary gratification or satisfaction. They don't really have access to those positive emotions. All they know is when they get that supply, the narcissistic supply, that's what gives them the satisfaction, which could make them present this image of happy. Since they can't really access those positive emotions, what they do is extract narcissistic supply to get a sense of satisfaction, which maybe they look around and see other people who are happy and think that's what happiness is. But really, it's only temporary. Now, keep in mind, if you're still watching them on social media, that's one of the ways you could be fooling yourself into thinking you're no contact, but you're not. On social media, they're going to falsify their happiness. They're going to project some kind of desirable lifestyle. They're illusionists. So they're either going to play, I'm super happy without you, look at me, or they're going to play the victim. That's a different topic. Either way, you're going to see a parade of falsity online. They might even be fooling themselves. But you already know. They're going to get that new toy. They're going to be excited about that new toy for a while. But eventually, that person's going to start waking up. They're going to start calling some things out. They're going to start setting some boundaries. And all of that is going to change. It is inevitable. Keep in mind, as a general rule, and not just applying to narcissists, the more people try to present that image of happiness and everything's amazing and to have this really desirable lifestyle online, the more unhappy and insecure they usually are. The next place your mind might take you is that person better than me? Or are they getting treated better? They're not better. They're just more unaware and unboundaried. That makes them an easier source of supply. You got more aware, you got new boundaries. Those are good things, and those are reasons why a narcissist will discard you, because they're looking for the easy prey. They might even be creating that illusion to make you feel jealous that this person's so much better. They might literally be writing those words on social media, or they might be doing it in a much more indirect, covert way, posting pictures or songs or things like that. What you gotta understand is that new person is going through the same abuse cycle you did. It's just personalized to them, just like it was personalized to you, based on your insecurities, based on what makes you happy and what's important to you. That same exact thing is going to happen to that other person. They're not better than you. The narcissist is not suddenly so much better off with this new person. They just found someone that it's easier to get supply from. The next question people ask is, did they finally change for someone else? No, they didn't change. other than their chameleon colors to fit into their new environment. Manipulators are chameleons. They will put on whatever colors and whatever show they need to in order to get what they want from specific people. They are very adept at figuring out what they can get from each person and how they can get it. They didn't change for anyone else. They just want you to think that because they want you to feel like it was all your fault and you're not good enough, that there's something somehow wrong with you. And that's why they couldn't be happy with you. That's why the relationship wasn't successful. They're trying to make you feel like it's your fault. Another question people will ask is, do they miss me and will they come back after they've been with this new person? Now again, this is a dangerous form of thought. I highly recommend not holding on to that hope that they'll come back. Chances are they will come back. They love to use hoovering tactics. I'm going to put the link to that video in the upper corner here so you can check that out if you haven't yet. Narcissists, psychopaths, sociopaths, they never miss the person. They just need narcissistic supply. They might even miss the supply that you gave them, but keep in mind, that's not about you. That's about what you're giving them. That's not love. That's not a healthy, respectful relationship when someone is just using you to get what they want from you. Keep in mind too, if they do come back, it will only be temporary and it will always be worse. Now maybe you went no contact with the narcissist before they discarded you, and even so they moved on really quick. Check out the link up here in the corner to video I did on what to expect when you go no contact. So what can you do if the narcissist or other manipulator moved on really quickly, they're with a new person, and you're devastated? Number one, remember, no contact is the healthiest response. Maintain no contact, and that is true no contact. Like not fooling yourself by creeping on their social media. That's only going to make things worse. It might even cause you to make a bad decision, to reach out to them, to react emotionally on social media, trying to get their attention back. Don't do that. Don't post songs that are indirect messages to them or write things that are indirect messages to them. Complete no contact. Block them and don't go looking at their stuff. Don't go posting anything online that they could see where you're at and what you're thinking about. Protect your healing with the no contact boundary. I have a playlist on no contact. If you're having trouble maintaining that boundary, check out that playlist because it'll give you a lot of tips on doing that. Number two, start your healing process and start it now. If you want to get access to my free ebook, it's a quick start guide to those of you who are just starting off your journey of recovery after narcissistic abuse. Check out the link up here in the corner. It's also on the homepage, www.innerintegration.com. You can instantly access that ebook so you can start taking steps forward in your healing process. Don't stay stuck there. Number three is kill that toxic hope. Bury it, let it go, mourn it, cry about it, but let it go. Don't hang on to that hope because that could keep you waiting, and then one day maybe they contact you, and in a moment of weakness, you might accept that contact and get back in that abuse dynamic. Holding on to that toxic hope is also just going to keep your mind going around and around, and it's going to keep you stuck and unable to move forward. Number four, strengthen your self-worth. Remind yourself that wasn't about you. It's not that that person is better. It's not that they're happy. It's not that they've changed. It's not any of that. It's just that they found a new source of supply. It has nothing to do with you. In fact, it means that you're growing. You're becoming more aware. You have set boundaries. You have called them out. You did something that disqualified you from being an easy prey. That's a good thing. Even though it's devastating that they've left, it's devastating that you've seen them move on so quickly like you never even existed. The good thing is that you can start healing now. You're already starting to grow. You're developing more awareness. Now you know how to recognize this a lot faster, so you don't have to go through that again. So I hope this video was helpful in answering those common questions that you might have had as well. If it was, leave me a like. Go ahead and leave a comment below to let me know. If you want to offer some words of encouragement to other people who are in this right now, who are feeling devastated because they're seeing what's happening with the narcissist and that new person, leave something in the comments for them that can help them. I'm sending you a big hug.